If you've spent any time in an office, you definitely know the name Fuji Xerox. I mean, they were everywhere. But then, it felt like almost overnight, the name changed to Fujifilm. So, what happened? In this explainer, we're going to break down that whole transition, take a look at the seriously impressive new tech, and figure out what this new era of office copiers actually means for your business. Right? It's a question we get all the time. For decades, that name was the absolute gold standard for office machines. And then, poof, a new name appears. So, what's the real story behind that switch? Let's dive in. All right, here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll talk about how this legend was reborn. Then, we'll check out the new tech that's built for today's offices. After that, we'll help you find the perfect machine for your team and talk about a really smart way to get it. And finally, we'll introduce you to a local partner who can make it all happen. Okay, first things first, the big story. This isn't a story about a company just vanishing. Nope. This is about a legend evolving to keep up with the world we work in today. So the timeline is actually pretty simple. Before 2021, we all knew and loved those Fuji Xerox workhorse machines, right? You know, the DocuCenter models that just seemed to run forever. Then in 2021, things officially changed, and the company became Fujifilm Business Innovation. And look, this was way more than just a name change. It was a whole new strategy focused on building tech for the way we work now. Hybrid, connected to the cloud, all of it. And here is the single most important thing to remember through all this. Even though the name on the front is different, the heart of the machine is the same. That incredible color technology, the reliability that earned them the nickname King of Color, that is still the core DNA in every single device. It's not going anywhere. So, what does this new era actually look like? Well, it looks like the Fujifilm Apeos series. These aren't just updated models, they're completely re-engineered to tackle the biggest headaches in modern offices. You know, speed, security, and making digital work work. Think about this. How much time do you and your team waste just standing there waiting for the copier to wake up? It's maddening. Well, the Apeos series has smart sensors that actually detect you walking up to it, and it wakes from sleep mode in just 3.1 seconds. The machine is ready to go before you even get there. It sounds small, but that adds up to a huge boost in efficiency.
And what about performance? We're talking industry-leading speeds here. These new machines can scan up to 270 images per minute. Seriously! If your business is digitizing things like invoices, contracts, or customer records, this is an absolute game changer. It turns what used to be a mind-numbing task into something that's done in seconds.
But it's not just about raw speed. The real magic is how it all works together. You've got top-notch data security baked right into the hardware. That's the TPM 2.0 chip, which is an international security standard. You can scan straight to your Google Drive or Dropbox without a computer. And for the IT folks, being able to access the control panel remotely to fix issues, oh, that is a lifesaver. It just perfectly connects your paper world with your digital one. Okay, the tech is fantastic, we get it. But with new models comes a big question. Which machine is actually the right one for your office? Let's make this super simple. You can really break it down into two main camps. On one side, you have the productivity standard. This is the perfect all-arounder for small and medium businesses, schools, admin teams, anyone who needs reliable, great-looking color prints. Then, on the other side, you've got the high-performance hub. This is for the big leagues, tech firms, creative agencies, places that need a beast of a machine for maximum speed and the ability to handle all sorts of specialty paper. Let's look at the nitty-gritty. The standard series gets you up to 30 pages per minute. Plenty for most offices. But the high-performance models almost double that. The real differentiators, though, are things like media support and finishing options, like making professional-looking booklets for your marketing team. Oh, and that single-pass high-speed scanning? That means you can scan a double-sided document in one go. No more flipping pages by hand, ever. Again. You might have noticed that term SRA3 in the last slide and wondered, what on earth is that? Well, think of it as a slightly oversized A3 paper. And for designers or marketing agencies, this is absolutely critical. It lets you print brochures or flyers where the color goes all the way to the very edge, what's called a full bleed. You just trim off the extra margin and voila, you have a perfectly professional-looking document with no white borders. So now you have a pretty good idea of which machine you might need. Let's talk about the smartest way to actually get it in your office. Because let's be real. Buying one of these high-end copiers outright is a massive expense. Renting, on the other hand, changes the whole game.
Honestly, for most businesses, the benefits of renting are a no-brainer. Your monthly cost is low and totally predictable. You never have to budget for toner again. You never get hit with a surprise repair bill. It's all included. Plus, as your company grows, you can easily upgrade to a bigger machine. And the best part? No giant check to write up front. They even deliver it, set it up, and train your team for free. It really is the hassle-free way to do it. Now, all those benefits sound amazing, but they only really work if you have the right partner. So who actually provides this kind of all-in service with the latest Fujifilm machines? Well, for businesses in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor, the answer is crystal clear. Let me introduce you to the Copier Guy. These guys are the specialists. They live and breathe this stuff, focusing only on providing amazing copier rental solutions for businesses all across Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. And that local focus, that's their superpower. And here's why that local focus matters so much. They guarantee a 3-hour emergency response time. 3 hours. If your machine has a problem, they are on their way. And because they keep all their stock right here, locally, they can have a brand new machine delivered and installed in 24 to 48 hours. The pricing has no hidden fees, and the support comes from local technicians who know these machines inside and out. That's a level of service you just won't get from some huge, faceless national company. So there you have it. That's the full story. From the evolution of an absolute legend in the industry to the powerful new Fujifilm Apeos series and a much smarter way to get that incredible tech into your office. The road to a faster, cheaper, and more efficient way to handle documents is right there. Now you know what's possible.